Hello again, traders. Welcome to part 2 of today's cryptocurrency update. We're going to look just at the altcoins in this video. So let's start off with Ethereum. Then I'm going to have a look at Litecoin. We'll do some links, some DOT, some Cardano, and SEOUL I think is doing very well today. I'll take another look at anything again that is moving. But first of all, let's just start off with Ethereum. It is the obvious big guy to be starting with on the altcoins. And again, it's a very similar story to where we are with Bitcoin right now. Okay, so you take our Fibonacci retracement from our high down to our low here, and where are we? We are right at that 618 level here. So you can see our high here and our low down at this level. And again, same as what Bitcoin is doing, this 618 is acting as a resistance area at the moment. Now, the other thing that we do have here is we do have this daily order block. So again, this being very significant, adding a second level of confluence to it, with the top being this daily level that we have at 3377. Now, that was the ultimate target for me on this. We could come up and pop our head up above here if Bitcoin does get another further move up as well, which again would give us really nice confluence for... Let's take a look at this low here, and we can pull that across, and it comes right up at the top of this golden pocket zone here, which is these daily lows, or well, the kind of consolidation that we did have within this area here before the breakdown. And yes, we do have the area of consolidation there, and also we do have the top of the golden pocket. And the other thing that it does do is it just takes out the highs from these days, so it does get the liquidity that could potentially be above this area here. So again, very similar with Bitcoin. It is consolidation under resistance. We cannot be too bearish on this. We can't be looking for shorts too early. It still looks like it could have that push higher, but really, yeah, that 34.85 area looks really good if this does get another move up. Now, of course, this could still continue higher. That's just the next level of resistance above us if we do not reject at this 3377. Then we'd be looking up towards that 34.85. Now, if we get through that, really it's like we're looking at 4K or 4180, where these next kind of levels of resistance are on this chart. The ETH BTC chart again looks pretty constructive. It did come into its golden pocket and its monthly level of resistance, and it got the rejection there, but once again it's consolidation below resistance, and we are continuing to trend higher. So this is continuing to just move up. At some point this will obviously reverse, it has to, but we don't know how high it's going to go really until that point. You can see here it's just been a pretty steady increase in these lows that have been put in. It's not really, we've had no real change of market structure from the lows. However, if we do see a move down, like if it does take out this, like these areas of stops here, then it would likely take out all of this, and we'd probably quickly see a move down towards this area here, this weekly level on this chart. So again, there are levels to be aware of on Ethereum to both the upside and the downside. The one thing that it has done is it's taken out all of these highs, which did trigger a swing failure pattern short opportunity. But if we do go in and zoom in just a bit further, I wonder what we bounced at. So we could pull a fib. Where are we? Could take one from here down to here. Let's not look at that one. We do have our golden pocket coming in here, and I wonder if it did just about, no, not quite, it didn't quite dip into the 786. So, but yeah, you can see where the support came from on this move after the swing failure pattern of the highs, and again it's still putting in this higher low for now. So yeah, that's Ethereum. Really very similar to kind of what Bitcoin is doing at the moment. And yeah, if we do see, again, it's a very similar picture with these stops down here, is if one of them gets taken out, I would expect probably all of them, and I'd be looking down towards this daily level, possibly down as low as this monthly level, around the 2,860 to 2,770 region to be acting as support if this does get a more significant pullback on this chart. So yeah, that's Ethereum kind of done there. So let's go on to Litecoin. And Litecoin's been really, really good. So Litecoin, what did we have? We had that breakout. We were all watching that breakout. We all were aware of it happening. Taken our profit already, and it's really just a case of seeing if it can come up and reach targets. So the targets on this very, very simple here. So we do have this the 4,000 sats area as a resistance, then we are looking up at 4,500 sats as the next resistance, and then really we're looking back up towards these 5,000 to 5,200 sats area as our final take profit on this trade on the BTC pair. Now, the other thing that we do have on Litecoin to be aware of is it's a long way behind Ethereum and Bitcoin in where it is on the chart, which is why it was going under the radar, why we were getting quite bullish on it. But if we're looking at what Bitcoin and Ethereum have done, they're at their golden pocket, okay? Litecoin has a long, long way to go. We're currently at this $187. Even just to get to parity with what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing, it's a very similar kind of story, and we could see this could just be lagging behind a little bit. It's a very similar story. We have our daily order block here. Let me just straighten that up a touch, so change that to a 5, and there we have it. There is our daily order block, there is our daily level, and here is our 618 retracement from our high up here down to our lows down here. So again, where does that give us big confluence? So if the Bitcoin pair does continue to move up, then maybe this does just play catch up over this week, especially if Bitcoin can just continue this range bound behavior and the Litecoin pair can get that break up. The only thing with this is I would expect it to see resistance around basically just a bit higher than it is. But realistically, if we can get above here, hold it for a day or two, then I do not think it's out of the realms of possibility that we can get that big move up towards 4,500 sats, which from this point here is a move up of about 14%. So on the USD chart, it's going to need some help from Bitcoin, right? Or it's going to need to do something pretty crazy. So maybe again, it could act as resistance, but these Bitcoin pairs can move pretty quickly, especially when they start to get some traction behind them. So I'm not saying it's going to come up to $295 straight away, but really, if Bitcoin can remain stable, if Litecoin can continue this trend higher, we will see pullbacks on this, but that really has to be the target for this. There's not an awful lot left on the chart. If it can get through this range, is one of the few that are still stuck within its range, so we do have to still be aware of that. Like, it's very obvious where the range is, and yeah, we still have to be aware that this can, until it takes out these highs and until it gets back up to about $127, it's still stuck within this range, whereas Ethereum has come out of it. Well, not quite the breakdown level, but it has come out of that range that we had from 2,700. And of course, Bitcoin as well, having its range down here, it has broken out itself. So yeah, that's the Litecoin chart. If we are to see a significant pullback on this, then I do think it would be down towards this 3,625 sats area. So I do think if we were to see a pullback at this stage, we'd be looking down here at this to be a support before maybe supporting another move higher on this. Again, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But those are the levels really to be aware of on this chart. Link, the next one. Now I need to put this into log scale, and really the only level that I'm basically looking at is this $32.2. Okay, so this is our daily level up here. Again, similar kind of thing to Litecoin, where we're kind of still within this range again, but I do like what I'm seeing on Link, and I am in a long position that I will be holding, and I'm kind of just looking for this either again to change market structure and then move to the downside, or to hit this $32.20 mark and then to see a possible retrace off of that. So not really much else to say on the Link chart. I do trade this asset as a swing trade. So I'm basically trading this massive, ginormous log channel that we have on here. So yeah, that's basically that. We can take a look away from the log channel and we can start to have a look at where we are on linear. Again, we've got confluence up here around $39 if we do see a move higher. But once again, on the log scale, we are coming into that, what would support this, the 31, what was I saying, the $32.20, wasn't it, that I was looking at, would be within our log golden pocket on here as well. So yeah, definitely if you're in Link, be aware of those levels. I do think Link trades much better on log because it has much kind of bigger moves on it. So I've always liked to trade Link on log. So this will be the zone that I'm looking at the resistance level before possibly a pullback down towards, let's say $24, $25. So pretty simple on that. It's a swing trade. Don't have to go into too much detail. DOT is another one that's been really nice. It has just hit this monthly, or well, near enough to this monthly level. This could also be, once again, the golden pocket from our breakdown down here. Once again, we're looking a lot higher if we're going from our ultimate highs up towards this 70,000 sats area on DOT. So potentially that move could take us higher. Don't know why my monthly open is there. It's clearly not. So these are the levels really to be aware of on this asset. And main thing that I'm looking for, again, this is the other one that I'm still holding my long position for. So Link and DOT are two that I am still holding long, and I'm basically just looking for this $25.84 to get hit to take the liquidity above here, and then possibly we do start to see that retrace down towards, at this stage I'd be saying $20 as support. So it really is very simple right now. We've got to wait for retraces to get in as on big trades, but I'm not looking to short these again until we take this, and then we do have this nice daily order block down here back to the downside to possibly confirm as support at $20 if we do get a swing failure pattern and a move down onto this level here. Cool. So I did promise we would look at SEOUL as well, so that is another one that we have seen a breakout attempt on. So again, here is our previous all-time high on SEOUL at $58 something or other. This is getting that breakout now, but the interesting thing here is we have hit our 1-to-1. So if we do take this from, okay, so from this low to this high down to this low, this being the significant kind of pivots that we've had on the chart, we have just come into this 1-to-1 today. Okay, so do be aware of that. That is a pretty significant level. And the other nice thing that it has is it has this 0.618 as confluence with this weekly level up here that it did just kind of blast straight through. So you would say if it does get a rejection and it does confirm this is a swing failure pattern on the US dollar chart, we could be looking at a support area around here. So maybe it comes into this daily OB again, what we're looking at, and then it can start to hold this weekly before seeing a move higher up in price on this one. We'll have a look at SEOUL BTC. So once again, it did break its high, but this at this stage does look like it will probably be a swing failure pattern on this. Again, do you short it? I don't know. It looks like it could be a potential good short opportunity, but really the way that it's holding here actually looks pretty constructive. So it's just consolidating again. It took out the highs. It's done it twice. So this is what you do like to see, and this could give you basically this no real sign of weakness in this yet. So you had the initial rejection that came down here, you attempted it again, rejected a second time, but put in a higher low, and again we could come up here and test it again. And as long as this market structure again is not really changing, really you'd have to be looking all the way down here for a change of market structure, and that's pretty big of a move on this. So yeah, SEOUL does look like it could continue up higher, but again we're at resistance. It's the same across the board right now. There are a lot of things that are having some nice moves up, but it's at resistance. Okay, we're going to need pullbacks to get back into these trades at some point, and at that point is when things start to be pretty, like, the opportunities come back in. So yeah, obviously very happy with what has happened over the last few weeks, and we did get that mini alt season which we were predicting. So again, what I've been predicting for the last few weeks really was this 46 to 42k range for Bitcoin, with a mini alt season to go alongside that. Now Bitcoin has gone even higher, and I'm certainly not going to complain about that, because it's been, yeah, very profitable to trade. But we do need to obviously be aware that at some point this is going to retrace, okay? And on across all of the altcoins, it's going to be the same thing. So yeah, everything looking pretty good. We can look at RSR as well, and this is coming up to our target here of 0.052, so 5.2 cent there on RSR. Looks really nice, very similar to Litecoin. You did have this breakout of the descending wedge, the falling wedge here, and it's done something very similar. So what Litecoin is looking at is we're about here, maybe on the Litecoin chart, and what has this done is it just continues to keep moving up and up and up until the trend changes. So it looks very good, and I do think this has a lot of potential still to move higher on this. So another one, RSR looking really quite strong here. Dodo again, another that's looking pretty strong, but yeah, just enjoy the trend, trade the trend for now. The trend is your friend, and until that changes, I would not be looking for shorts on any or many of these assets. We can have a look at what is moving down to see if anything has completed a move, and maybe looking for shorts on here. So VeChain, yeah, again, no change of trend here. It's still in an uptrend. XRP, you'd have to think it just looks like it's doing another consolidation like this before potentially moving higher again. A lot of stuff looking really good. Cardano looks healthy at this stage. Doge at some point today was down on the day, so let's just have a look and see where that is. But that was another one that people were saying that they were looking for short positions on, and I was just kind of like, you want to be a little bit careful with shorts right now. But where are we? Doge. Yeah. So again, Doge has taken out the high, so I do know people were looking to short up here. And I was just, yeah, just kind of being like, take some caution. I'm looking up here for Doge, not where we are right now. I don't think this is that significant on the chart. So yeah, I really don't think I'm not going to go into too much detail on all of this. Things are very much quite similar across the board right now. Again, as we do see, and this is often what happens when we do, this is obviously the reason why you would be looking to short Doge, and possibly that could come. But if you did take a short, then that may have just been stopped out. This might actually be a pretty good opportunity, though, to be honest. I'm saying don't short Doge. This does look about as good an opportunity as you're going to get from a golden pocket short opportunity on this. So yeah, maybe I've changed my mind. That looks pretty good. And if you did take a short around this area and you didn't get stopped out, it's certainly not invalidated on this trade just yet on this one. But yeah, it's the slow time frame stuff right now, and I do prefer to trade the alts a little bit higher time frame, especially when things are still looking pretty strong. So yeah, that's 18 minutes on the alts. I've rambled on for long enough. I hope that everyone enjoyed this, and yeah, once again, I will update you all on the charts later on. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.